What's up, YouTube? This is going to be a quick review video of the Springfield XD9 subcompact slash a review on the Springer Precision trigger kit, which I've installed, and I'll go ahead and show you the reduction on that. I can't show you before because obviously it's already installed. So without further ado, let's get started. This is what you're going to get when you purchase the gun. Blow molded plastic case. Inside you're going to get your first round that they fired out of it, their test round. Get your owner safety manual and operator's manual. And then in the top of the box you've got a plastic magazine holster that you could loop your belt through. Won't say it's crap, but guess what? It's crap. I never use it, never had a use for it. I don't think I'll ever have a use for it. They give you a speed loader, also plastic. This comes in handy the first maybe 1 or 2 times that you load the magazines just because they're so tight. Other than that, afterwards, it's just going to sit in the case. They also give you a plastic holster, again, loop it through your belt. Also, I think crap, because who's going to ever use this? Not me. But came with the gun. I won't say for free because I'm sure they counted that in the cost, but there you go. Underneath here, you're going to get a lock. You need a cleaning brush. Can't say that I've ever used either one of those. So, again, not me. Anyways, I went ahead and bought an extra magazine, so now I have 2 16-round magazines. This is just a full-size mag that they've put a little grip extension on. And it's nice because you can get your pinky on the gun as well. And if you go through rounds pretty quick at the range like I do, it's nice to have, you know, a few extra rounds in the magazine so you're not constantly reloading. Also, the extra magazine comes in nice as well. And here's the gun. You'll notice that I've done a few little mods to mine. I've polished the pins. I've polished the takedown lever, the slide hold back. I've polished the barrel. I didn't buff it out, so they're not shiny. But I did go ahead and polish them, so they're about the same color as the nickel-plated slide. The frame is composite, so I guess we'll go ahead and do the review real quick. The overall weight of the gun unloaded is going to be 26 ounces, depending on what type of ammunition you're using. You know, hollow points versus just regular 9mm. How much grain is in the bullet, that's going to affect the overall weight, so can't really give you an exact as far as with the gun loaded. That's all going to be dependent on what you put in it. I went ahead and bought this Springfield XD9. I shot the Glock 27, which is their subcompact 40. And I shot this XD40 subcompact. I went ahead and got the 9 just because the cost of ammo is a lot cheaper. I usually like to go to the range. I like to go once a week, but realistically once every 2 weeks is when I go. So cost of ammo is significantly cheaper. Price of the gun's going to be anywhere I've seen as low as like $415, and that's normally at the gun shows and whatnot, all the way up to $575. So it just depends on where you go as to what price you're going to pay. Shop around. That definitely pays to shop around. Trigger pull is anywhere from 5.5 pounds to 7, almost 8 pounds. I've never looked at an XD in the store, any of my friends' XDs, that have been anywhere near 8 pounds. I used to have a Smith & Wesson Sigma 40, and that was an 8-pound trigger, and I have never found an XD that was anywhere close to 8 pounds. So it's going to be somewhere close to 5.5 to 6 pounds. The recoil system is going to be dual spring, so as far as pulling the slide back, it's going to be harder than a full-size gun, but if you're a man, I think you can do it. The Springer Precision trigger kit that I installed, you can get from SpringerPrecision.com, is about 130 bucks. It's going to come with the sear spring, trigger spring, and the trigger bar. I also ordered the True Glow TFO, which is tritium fiber optic. In the daytime, they're going to suck in as much light, outside light, as possible. And at night, they're just going to glow automatically. They don't have to be charged. They just glow. So you could leave it in a gun safe for 2 years and, you know, open it up in the dark, and they're still going to be glowing. That's just the way tritium is. That was about 100 bucks. You can get those off of eBay. I've seen them for like $70. I went ahead and got everything from Springer Precision. Got it all in maybe 3 days because I live in Florida and they're from Oregon. And yeah, very happy with my purchase from them. They're great. Their customer service is awesome. I had to call them a few times for fitting issues with my trigger bar, and they straightened it out right away. So no complaints with Springer Precision, and the shipping was quick, even, you know, all the way across the country. So with all that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to field strip it in this as well. And if you want to see how to detail strip this firearm, they're all going to be the same, you know, no matter what caliber you have, 40 caliber, 45, you know, 9, even the compact, the full size, the subcompact, they're all going to have the same parts in them. Some of them do have the thumb safety. Most of the newer models do not have that thumb safety. So anyways, they're all going to be the same. The only thing that would be different is if you have an XDM, those are going to have extra parts as far as like an auto takedown, and you can look for an XDM video on that. So anyways, here we go. You're going to drop the magazine. I keep hollow points in mind. Safety check your firearm. I know you guys probably hate me for doing this on the video, but guess what? 9 times out of 10, people are shooting themselves, or shooting it because they think the gun isn't loaded when it really is. So if you check it and you know that it's empty, you won't shoot yourself. I can't believe it. If you actually know, then you won't shoot yourself. Amazing. Anyways, once you got your slide locked back, go ahead and flip the takedown lever. Go ahead and flip that up till it's at 12 o'clock. You're going to release the slide. Pull the trigger. Off comes the slide. In the slide, you're going to have the recoil spring. That comes out real easy with a push of the thumb. You're going to slide the barrel forward, push it up, and it's going to come right out as well. That's it. You got your slide, you got your barrel, your recoil spring, and then you got the composite frame. And as far as field stripping it, that's it. Look out for the video on how to detail strip it with a few gunsmithing tools. It's pretty easy to break down. So, you know, if you're picky like me and you want your gun to be absolutely clean, it's really not that big of a deal to detail strip it. I could probably break down the entire firearm, and I would say 30 seconds. And I've only broke it down, you know, 10 or 12 times. So it's not that hard. Just pay attention to where the pieces go and the orientation of the pieces, and you won't have any problems whatsoever. So, anyways, with that, this is how it goes back together. You take your slide, take the barrel, stick that back in until it's, you know, fully seated. You take your recoil spring and you're going to stick, you know, the big spring is going to go to the front. Stick that in, push of the thumb, it's going to seat down on the barrel here, and then it's in. And then what you're going to do is you're just going to slide the slide back onto the locking block all the way back, lock it into place, flip your takedown lever back down, and you're ready to go. Now, as far as the Springer Precision Trigger Kit, I think it's amazing. it did wonders for this gun as far as the trigger pull and the reset goes, and I will show you that now. You can see that the pre-travel that's it. There it is. And then it's only a little bit more, and the trigger will break. And the reset is about half of what it used to be. You're gonna, after it resets, you're gonna have a tiny bit of pre-travel, and it's right there, and then that's it. And like I said, you're gonna have more fitting with the trigger bar with the subcompact. You're gonna have to fit. There's a plastic stop on the trigger. You're gonna have to fit that as well. If you have the compact or the full size, there will be a lot less fitting issues. I've actually heard with the full size and even some of the compacts, you may not have to fit the trigger bar at all. But with the subcompact, especially mine, there was a lot of fitting that was needed, and you can do that with a file and you know, yada yada yada. Anyways, Springer Precision, their customer service is awesome. So if you run into any problems while installing your trigger kit, they are more than happy to help you. Just give them a call. That's about it. Really, the overall review is gonna break down to personal preference. Go down to the gun store. If your buddies have one's got a Glock, one's got a Springfield, one's got a Sig Sauer, whatever the case may be, if you have the opportunity to just shoot it and see which one you like the best. See which one fits your hand best. See which one, when you're aiming, it just, really fits your hand, and which one's more on target. It's all going to be personal preference. Everybody's different. Everybody's hand is going to be a different size. So as far as a gun fits in your hand, that's going to be different for everybody as well. And that's pretty much it. That's what it boils down to. I bought this gun because it wasn't ridiculously expensive. It was dead on. I shot the XD40. Every single shot was right on the money. I also shot the Glock 27, and I just didn't like it. With Glocks, you either love it or you hate it, and I didn't love the Glock. They make great guns, but it just wasn't for me. So the Springfield was right on. The only reason I got the 9mm for the cheaper ammo, and I love it so far. It's been an awesome gun. Haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. So there it is. And Springfield Armory, their motto is where you aim is where you shoot, and that's pretty much speaks for itself with all of their firearms. So there it is, Springfield XD9 subcompact. Hope you enjoyed the review. Hope it was helpful. Look out for the video to detail strip it. You can find that in my other videos, because I'm going to load that as well. So go ahead and take a trip over there and watch it, and I'll show you how to disassemble it. That's probably going to be a two-part video, one for the slide, one for the frame. But anyways, leave questions, comments, opinions. If you think I'm a homo, in the comments. I really don't care what you post down there. See you later.